I share the link. But it's already on my channel, right?
So whoever subscribe will already see it.
Okay, we can start then.
Sure. We can send the link to the WhatsApp. Just the one week.
Okay, let me try to get the link. Can you put that on the channel? Oh, no, here, I found it. Copy link.
Oh, she says you can hear.
Right? It's good, right? I'm loading my website for the link. If you can get that on the channel. I got it. It's further. Yeah.
You can start. You can hear you and see you.
Okay, we have 2 viewers here. Yeah, people are coming. Hi, good evening. Good evening. Hope everyone can hear me well now. Please share the new link, share the new live link. Sorry for the technical issue just now. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Yeah, do drop us a message. I think I can see you all. Yeah. Selamat malam semua. Thanks for watching. This is my first edition of my genre. I have this idea to expose more local music. First of all, I'm Cheong. I also let me briefly introduce each of us first. For those who have just watched this and meet us, and for those who don't know who we are, I, I run this studio, Soundmaker Studio. We hosted various of underground gigs. Our venue is mainly catered for our local music, local underground music, and my guest here tonight. It's my best inspirations from the past. I get to understand all this hardcore scene and underground music. Basically, hardcore from two of my great friends here. This is Adrian Lewis. He's one of the founding member of Weird Scam, the band, and Sasao and Kaki Seribu. He's been one of the most active musician, especially in the hardcore scene, the trashcore scene. And this is Komal. He's a long-time organizer, most of the underground hardcore gigs and punk gigs. I think, most of the gigs out of a big percentage is actually done by Komal. He also hosts. He also one of the founder of Raw Store, record store that sell all these local materials, local recordings, and all that. Welcome to the show. My objective of this show, yes, like I mentioned on Facebook, I wish a new audience and also a lot of my friends, especially like many of my friends, they're asking, it's like, hey, what kind of shows you host at Soundmaker and all that? What are these hard music? And basically, they had no idea at all what's happening in the culture, what are the contents. They just take it like a loud music. It's like, I think, they haven't got the opportunity to understand this culture. Same to me in my past. Many years ago, my first time I saw a hardcore band perform live in front of me. During that time, I didn't know much about, especially our local genres or these subcultures. I didn't know all this music exists in our society, and I tend to. I was the volunteer to as a ticket counter guy for a gig, which was the first time I saw Ed was performing as a Weird Scam. During that time, I was so amazed because Weird Scam is like the appearance of the band was totally shocking for me. They were wearing this construction face mask and all that, only can see their eyes and mouth, and they were grinding their fast beats and all that, and their friends distributing their lyrics and all. And I was being a Chinese boy, of course, like didn't have much experience in this local community. I was like the only Chinese boy inside this trash grind gig. It's like the vibe is very intense, and I was in at first a little bit worried. It was like culture shock. I was having culture shock until I saw the lyrics, and the lyrics was actually saying "kawan tetap kawan" and all that. I find the lyrics very encouraging, and actually, yeah, it meant a lot, especially for Malaysian society, and it moves me. It's like, yeah, man, this is like what inside of me. I thought we need an anti-racial society and harmony culture and all that. I was so touched, and I straight away got interest about hardcore music. I find like, hey, hardcore music is different. They tend to have really strong messages in their music. So I start to doubt, what is hardcore? What does this hardcore means? Uh, what is hardcore for you? Like, what does it mean for you? Hardcore means something, I think. How do you explain to say the new listeners that had no idea of this genre?
For me and for the band at that time, uh, we wrote about things where we thought that society biasa ni salah apa dia orang buat, and we are totally against what they were doing
A
lah,
lot of
kan.
things.
A lot of things, and being racist, being prejudiced basically, and to a lot of
During the
people.
era
Yeah,
kan,
during the era and stuff
especially.
like that kan.
Yeah.
And especially like kita semua kat Penang ni kan, we come from different races, different backgrounds, you know, kan, very colourful kind of, we have all that.
But during
thing
that
lah,
time, are you aware you are like doing hardcore particular
kan.
genre?
We were masa tu Cheong, we were in between over the like hardcore, then the fastcore, thrashcore, and power violence tau. So there was a lot of that were very macam memang tengah meletup at that time kan. So we like more like old school hardcore, fast punk rock, trashy kind of hardcore, you know.
Basically, before you starting your band, you've been listening this music already.
Like me and Zul, we when we wanted to do this band, we were listening to Minor Threat, then DS13,
See US bands and
US, Swedish, Scandinavian trash bands, right?
so basically those lyrics usually resonate you all.
Yeah, and it gets
Right.
us, it gets us pumped, man.
I see.
Yeah.
Then you start to understand all these genres. Maybe
Yeah.
you started to read about this music.
Because like from different places have different style of punk music, so that one macam menarik ah.
How did you find all this music in the first place? Like,
For me, from skate videos because skateboarding and punk rock, it's like from last time until now they pair together it's like marriage thing
I see.
You cannot lari one and skateboarding and punk rock. So dulu when I used to see skate videos kan, so dia banyak soundtrack,
yes.
Punk bands,
I
punk
see.
thrash bands,
And then you like that like particular song, and where did you read about them? The zines of the skate zines and all that. Do they mention much about the bands?
God. But at that time for me kan, when you see a skate video, the after credits, right? Then they release down
Yeah.
So me and my friends at that time we rewind forward, then this one. Then go to Napster. Cari.
I see.
Download.
That time Napster was your main source.
At that time,
So basically, skate zines actually gave you a lot of...
God, even like Thrasher and all also they do mention. Even like Thrasher, they got a skate rock compilation from the early 90s But the thing is, at that time, benda tu mahal lah, Cheong.
I see. So did you have like music scenes instead of skate scenes, like to read about?
I was into skate zines. Then after some time, then only I did the music zines when I got active.
Like maybe from friends from the skate community?
For skateboarding, yeah. But at that time, I was only reading skate zines. The local skate zines was only Sandwich.
I see.
Sandwich was done by our local hero. Yeah.
I see. So from there, you get some bands information.
Yeah, because some of my skate friends, they were into that collective where they do that skate zine. So this guy, he always share, hey, ni best.
I see.
Yeah.
So sometimes you get some music zines, local zines,
some local zines. But mostly last time they will like dub tape. We make mixtapes, kan?
I see. Nice. Then what about gigs? Do you start attend gigs since that time?
I think in KL last time before I shifted to Penang, ada lah Chong, but I cannot remember. Got a few but I actively go to gigs when I started in Penang.
I see.
Yeah,
I
when I
see.
started staying here.
I see. I
Yeah.
see. Then form with scam and all that, and
Yeah.
that's where actually you start gigging the most.
Because like before I shifted to Penang, aku duduk Kajang dulu.
Mm.
So dekat Kajang macam you want to go for gigs kan, dia macam susah. Must
Mm.
take this bus, that bus kan. Or LRT. Penang
It's like
kecil
dekat
dekat
kan,
senang
Kalau ada gig mesti semua tahu
So
So that time who was the organizer most of the time?
That time I don't know who was the organizer. Got lah some people more older than me and Komal kan. But the ones that are active were the ones that Min started making.
Talk about Min, I think that's how I actually met Komal.
Yeah.
I think during that time, Min really was the most active organizer at that time.
Yeah.
But were you one of his most close helper or friends to make all that happen kan, buat gig semua kan? So sejak itulah you start buat minat buat gig ke macam mana kan? Sejak bila you start buat gig?
I start daripada kenal dengan Min. So and then Min bila dia dapat band, dia cakap kat I, Komal, mostly I dengan Sheikh lah. Dia cakap, Komal, Sheikh, okay, handle band ni. So from that time lah, I start handle band and I start handle booking, kenal booking agent dekat Malaysia. After that lah, baru dapat contact semua.
So masa tu, sebab kamu dengan Min masa tu pun memang minat muzik yang sama.
Dia you know Min from Skinhead, right? Tapi Penang ni kita kecil tau. So kita lepak semua. Even I'm not Skinhead kan. Tapi kita lepak semua.
That's how you like get music knowledge from dengan dari dia jugalah kan.
Some dari dia juga.
Dia bagi tahu band macam ni, knowledge jenis-jenis genre punk, hardcore, benda tu semua. So eventually you start buat gigs after Min, and then
before I kenal Min pun ada buat gig juga.
Ada juga.
Tapi I buat dengan kawan-kawan kampung kawan-kawan Pak Muntang.
Band apa yang you bawa masa tu yang macam band ada touring band ke atau semua local ke?
Ada. First time I handle touring band, time tu yang kawan I Pak Muntang, kita handle band NZ dari Japan.
Time bila tu dah? Lebih kurang
2010 atau 2009.
I see. Band Japan.
NZ.
Dia sampai ke tempat mana tu tadi tu?
Dia sampai Penang macam biasalah, bawa van, hotel semua macam tu lah, handle tu lah.
So sejak tu memang you ambil inisiatif jugalah kan, nak ada band yang kamu minat tu. Kalau you dapat tahu dia tengah tour sampai mana-mana, you dapat info, then you bawa dia macam mana kan? Atau dia yang cari kamu?
Sejak tu, before yang tu bulan tentu I duduk kampung lagi. And then baru I pindah Penang. Pindah Penang, start lepak dengan admin semua. Tentu lagi I aktif lah.
So katakan you tahu ada band, mungkin dia sampai Thailand ke, dia duk cari organizer ke, then kalau you dapat buat, you buat sajalah. Sebab it's sangat susah dapat orang yang dapat minat ambil this role as an organizer kan. Dia kena bayar duit, dia kena rugi duit, kena pakai duit sendiri. Banyak kerja juga, banyak preparation semua. What's your main drive sebab what's your main drive that you take up the role, like okay, I buat terang buat, I buat macam tu.
Satu, kita tahu band tu dia mesti nak cari tempat untuk dia punya spread dia punya muzik kan. So yang tu I buat. Satu lagi untuk buat connection lah. And then I pick up kalau ada member I yang macam nak tour juga kan, pergi tempat depa. So I boleh cakap okay, ada juga member
just out of favor kan, just nak jadikan gig tu.
And then kalau kita panggil band tu, kita mesti panggil band lokal. So nanti bila depa tengok band lokal, exposure juga kat band lokal ni.
Betul. Band lokal band lokal sekarang tempatan lah dekat Northern ni. Ada mana-mana band yang you rasa nak tarik tak? Mungkin nanti ada peluang nak buat gig nanti kan. Ada target siapa-siapa lah? Ada band mana yang you nak dah minat kan, nak cuba invite ke?
Tapi selalu band lokal lah. Sasau, Koma, and then some band dari Sungai Petani.
Ada band Tani Police.
Dengan petani
Band
boleh.
hardcore band tu, band apa yang masih aktif ni sekarang? Banyak tak?
Sekarang ni ada band baru lah.
Hmm.
Dulu nama On Your Mark.
On Your Mark.
Okay. Depa ni band orang-orang tua. Dulu depa band FSF.
Okay.
And then depa buat baru On Your Mark.
I see. On Your Mark. Ada material dah dia orang?
Ada.
Ada material untuk playback ke, sharing ke, boleh dengar sikit ke?
Boleh.
Kan. I ada banyak soalan lagi. I dengar lagu sikit dulu.
Ya, kita dengar lagu ni. Lagu ni dia punya promo song 2021 lah. Tajuk
new release.
New release. Time PKP tu dia record semua.
I see. Record kat mana dia?
I tak pasti. I rasa record kat Sungai Petani juga.
I see.
So lagu ni tajuk dia Niat Jahat.
Okay. Let's introduce the hardcore punya dia punya rhythm. Nanti kita discusskan. Mungkin kita boleh introduce how to identify hardcore music, dia punya rhythm and dia punya content, what's the messages. Mungkin kita boleh dengar lagu dulu kan. Then
Okay, play. Okay, play.
Okay.
Hari ini, mari bersatu, jangan takut dan juga ragu. Cari solusi, semua yang perlu. That's the flag, you need to know. Biar ku musnah. Biar ku musnah. Biar ku musnah. Ataupun lihat saja.
Nice. Jelas juga dia punya lyrics dan recording tu bagus juga. Tapi tak sempat lah saya tangkap lirik tu. Boleh tak jelaskan sikit-sikit tentang lirik dia tadi tu?
Lirik dia dalam DM lah saat baca lagu Niat Jahat. Hidup ini jangan berpura, ada wawasan senjata kita. Yang ni tentang dia lah kita punya authority lah.
I see. So saya nak remind of what I mean, like back to the point where what is hardcore music kan. So kalau banding hardcore music dengan lirik hardcore dengan mungkin pop or mungkin banyak genre lain lagi. So how do we identify that that's like hardcore type of music? How do you identify? Is it lyrics? Is it their message or is it dia punya tempo ke, dia punya how do you identify that's hardcore? What's the meaning of hardcore kan, back to that particular point?
Bagi I liriknya marah lah lirik. And then muzik hardcore ni I nak tak tahu explain sebab I tak tahu musik
Soalan
sangat.
okay. Sebab hardcore bagi sefaham saya lah kan, tak tahu, mungkin I just share my thoughts lah kan. Hardcore stay true to the core. Do you agree? Do you agree what I said? Hardcore maksud tu.
It's a bit subjective, Chong. Because dia ada juga band hardcore punk yang sing about love.
I see. I see.
Because hardcore kan, if you ask me lah kan, according to genre the hardcore sub genres kan, so you got like crust punk, crust hardcore, dark hardcore. So their lyric, that one sometimes they write it in a dark way. It can be political, tapi kadang-kadang it's just a love song juga pun ada. a dark kind of love song kan.
I understand. It's not like this like popular story, blah blah blah.
No.
It's rather maybe deep thoughts to love itself, things like that kan.
But mostly it's kalau kita kata yang basic kan, anti-racist, anti-fascist, then
Do you agree hardcore bands ada pegangan lah?
Yeah.
Kan? Setuju tak?
Yes.
Kalau tak, you're
like,
not hardcore punk band, man.
Right. So actually, my point was actually agree lah. Hardcore is like you have a core principle and things like that. So great. I think that's I really wish to let the audience know that actually we do agree hardcore band actually it's the pegangan. That's why they have a cause. And how do these hardcore kids usually like? Besides they have pegangan, they make music and all that. Do they do anything else? How do they live their life? Do they do activities and all that?
Ada.
Like Foot Not Bomb and all that. I think they are one of the like we call it classic hardcore activities and all that. So I think hardcore is not just type of music, it's also a culture sort of, right? So the meaning of hardcore usually stay true to the core. It has a pegangan lah kan. I'm glad, like, what are the bands that like in northern region that you think they are very hardcore and they still hold this great value that maybe you can recommend to the scene, you know what I mean? Northern side.
Okay, northern start I start
Hmm.
Kita start. Kita contoh you tengok macam Satyagraha. Dia bukan main band, bukan main lagu hardcore, dia main doom. Tapi
the culture dia lah, the spirit dia actually it's the hardcore and it's that culture kan. Do you think punk and hardcore kan? Right. I think it's because they share the same cause of rebel lah kan, sebab dia rebel, music dia ada ciri-ciri marah. Mungkin punk dia punya tempo dia lain ke, or how do you separate them kan? How do you identify them kan?
Okay Chong, kalau macam yang aku suka lah kan, it's like punk rock, thrash punk, then you got
like classic names that you can see the difference. Like, okay, this one hardcore and let's say
because
punk.
hardcore
How
itself,
do you
hardcore itself kan, Chong, there's like
many cabang lah.
There's like emo hardcore, then you got post hardcore, then you got youth crew, then you got the chuga type of hardcore.
I think like, is it because it's like hardcore is like kind of the next generation of punk? It's like
Not lah, I think
no.
the same lah.
Do they happen at the same time? They like been
very
found-
hard for me to answer you, Chong. Because for me it's punk music. Yeah, for me it's punk music.
Then do you think hardcore is actually a evolved version of punk? Maybe
Some people say lah kan, the term hardcore because the sound of the music is different. It's more sometimes kadang-kadang a typical punk band when their guitar sound is different juga kan. So when in the 90s apa kan, dia ada this this metallic hardcore. So some people call that hardcore.
I think
Yeah.
maybe I think it's faster. Maybe
Some are fast, no doubt.
like the
Some
earlier time, the more identical ones,
are more raging. The drum beat also is
like
different.
grindcore, for example.
So grindcore is a different part of hardcore juga, but for me it's still hardcore.
But we don't have a grind punk, for example.
Got
also.
Got, yeah.
It's fast as well. It's very fast.
I think if you ask me and Komal, if we say grindcore, it's still punk music.
Maybe hardcore was known by a certain bands that from maybe different region of punk maybe.
Last time, old bands like Minor Threat is considered hardcore band juga.
I see.
But for me, if I hear Minor Threat, it's very punk.
You got punk community and their source of readings and designs and all that. Hardcore also, right? Like, yeah, actually, you actually shared one thing that I just wanted to ask, is like, where do you get all this information? It's actually from skate.
For skate zines, we get it at skate events last time, the competition.
Yeah.
So if like punk rock zines or the underground scene punya grind, punya zine, kat gigs
I think what seems like hardcore has a closer tie, or what do you call it? More active with skaters, I think. Yeah, hardcore and skaters.
Last time now ada juga, but not because like last time. Okay, we talk about Penang je lah kan. Penang dulu when I started staying here, we skated at Komta. So Komta tu everybody lepak situ. So the budak-budak hardcore punk also kan, budak metal pun lepak situ juga, Cheong.
I see.
But all our friends even the hip hop kids pun lepak situ tau.
Basically, I think in Malaysia, especially in our community, this subculture, it blends actually even very well compared to in the source of this culture, like say US and all that. I think they have like hardcore community, their own community, and maybe separate community. But when it reaches here, like you said, at the skate area, it's like everything just blend together and gel together. But yeah, I used to remember back then when I came to Penang, like around year 2005-ish, like that, around that era. I think that time music genre was very separated, right? It's like punk stay punk, hardcore stay hardcore, metal, and then during that time post rock was new to the Penang, and they all maybe condemn each other for a while. But I'm glad that I think now we start to see changes, like even punk sometimes they can work together with hip hops and rappers and all that, and I think it's a good thing to happen here. I really it's good to see all this blending and make new music. I think, and new evolve, changing again. And what is the upcoming hardcore movement, like this pandemic thingies, kind of like what do you think? It's phase 4 and all that. Do you think possible to make gigs again soon?
Ya, kalau kita tengok kan kat KL kan, every week ada gig hardcore. Every week ada gig hardcore and every week sold out tiket. 40-50 tiket sold out.
Dan macam mana SOP ke apa kan? So kena mosh jauh-jauh sikit lah.
Jangan still on SOP lah.
You stay at your spot and mosh lah. I pun ada dengar ada satu gig depan.
Bukan bubble boy
Bukan satu gig every week ada gig hardcore.
So yeah, I think the society has like what people mingle around. I think it's already like an endemic kan. It's like we have to start to do something kan.
And then that time pandemic maybe bukan tak boleh miss show kan. So depa simpan energy bila sekali sekarang keluar all out. So, lagu semua sedap, band semua sedap.
Kan energy dia.
Energy dia macam fresh newborn.
What's your target? When do you plan? What band do you plan to bring them out? Nak bawa kat my Penang? No good ke?
My plan my plan 29 January
Siapa nak bawa band siapa?
Time tu yang dah confirm sekarang ada CTK dengan Derita Terus.
Oh, derita terus.
Ah.
Derita terus.
And then sama nak panggil band Penang, band SP kan.
Ya.
That's why I pilih tarikh jauh lambat-lambat sikit lah sebab nak semua yang the best datang lah.
Kan. Okay, stay tuned guys. Stay tuned for more updates for January 29. So tak tahu lah lokasi mana lagi. Okay,
tak tahu lagi lah.
So we stay stay tuned for. So maybe Ruas Store juga I think it's a good space untuk kita orang nak dapatkan information hardcore, local subgenre punya album, CD, kaset, apa semua kan. Ni material ni saya rasa susah nak dapat dekat Google juga ah. Mungkin kita orang Google pun tak dapat apa-apa kan. So sangat underground ni sebab kalau nak dapat tu boleh cari dekat Ruas Store. Mungkin nanti kita akan share Ruas Store punya information. I think they can see me kan. Okay. Yeah. Let me go through. I think in a short discussion kan dah quite banyak cerita kan, terlalu cepat kan. Belum cukup experience ni kan. So yeah, I think that's all for today. Maybe if you want to share some more bands, music, like we share some more songs, and I think we can call it a night, and then we can introduce more local things about punk maybe next edisi kan. Yeah, hope you all enjoy it. Remember to look for Rush Store for Northern underground music knowledge and information lah, hub lah, kira one of the hub lah kan. And thanks for attending this kan, ini chit-chat kan. So aku cuba nak kuat lagi kan cerita kan. Then dia macam lagi sangat tak sempat lagi kan. Okay, I will correct lagi cerita next other genres.
Kita jadi gosip Cheong. So
nanti dia pumpa lah.
Cheong, boleh anda play lagu lah.
Yeah, play please.
Okay, band ni sepatutnya before pandemic dia dari Pahang. Dia baru release 2021 juga. And then I dah keluar flyers tau.
Ya.
Untuk bulan 4 2021. Tu bulan 3
kan tak dia tutup balik lah.
So this band from Pahang.
I see.
This band called Slave.
Aja?
SLAVE.
Slave.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So of course is let's check it out. Check it out.
Play
Yeah. Kita dengar lagu Sat. Hi, welcome back. Ya, Komal, boleh share dengan kita orang tentang lagu tu, tentang band tu.
Band ni
umur berapa dia orang?
Depa pun banyak band dah sebelum ni, Slave ni.
Ya.
Tapi yang ni band baru lah, 2021 lah.
Dia orang dulu band nama apa ada lagi? Dia pernah form apa band lagi? Kan?
Ada band, dia pernah ada band Trashcore juga nama Cholera. Ada band Doom juga nama Esrar.
Oh, tu. Ada band dulu. So, kira ni depa satu gang juga dan dia orang form lagi satu band lah untuk
Ya, ini 2021 lah. I punya favorite
sangat
lah.
baru
Favorite.
lah. Masa MCO pun depa boleh buat ah.
Dah ada, yang ni depa keluar before MCO dalam bulan Februari.
Oh,
And
sebelum
then, sebab tu I start nak panggil depa
tu lah nak
April.
launching tu.
And then April, boom. Time tu kan patutnya I nak buat yang sekali band Jerman tu. Nama band apa tu? Band tour band Jerman tu.
Tak jadi kan.
Tak jadi tak. Time tu I
cancel lah kan.
sekarang tu Sasau semua ada main ajak show tu.
So, lepas pandemik ni dah 2 tahun ni, depa okey lagi, masih aktif,
aktif.
masih ready for gig ah.
And then band ni I plan nak panggil bulan 3.
Wah, kira schedule gig pun sudah start plan
start Januari, Februari.
Ada masalah tak kalau band nak travel sekarang? Kalau katakan band international ni memang susah dah kan.
Memang tak boleh lah.
And so memang kita jangka dalam tahun ni memang local band yang
Local
tour
band
gila-gila kan.
Tapi local band pun semua
cukup panas lah, cukup tenaga
cukup
lah.
kau lah.
Aku rasa it's a good thing for our local scene actually kan. Sebab saya sangat menghargai sebab Malaysia ni, lepas saya pergi Vietnam, saya tengok Vietnam, saya tak nampak dia orang punya scene, dia orang punya tempat, audience pun turis, performer pun turis kan, pun foreigners kan. Saya tak berapa nampak dia punya local scene. So sekarang dia jadi peluang kita orang kan, local band ni pun memang tak ada touring band dah. Kalau nak tengok nak gig memang local band lah kan.
Kalau tengok Cheong JB dah start show hardcore. KL every week. Ipoh pun dah start last week. Dah ada gig hardcore. Ipoh yang paling dekat dengan kita kan. And then kalau gig tu tengok ramai orang tau.
So kira I think punk rock they can't stop us lah. Kira the underground actually move forward lah kan. Kita dah start move forward with gig lah kan.
So I rasa memang kita kena buat. Dalam masa terdekat ni pun kita kena buat.
Sebab kalau tidak venue pun susah, venue pun nak survive. Band pun tak ada motivasi, takut nanti kalau tanggul lagi. Mereka sudah banyak berkaya kan dalam 2 tahun ni, banyak tulis lagu apa semua.
Bukan betul Chong, kadang-kadang nanti tengok bila dah lama-lama orang nak datang gig pun tak mau. In 2 years orang dah ada interest lain lah, selain gig.
Betul loh.
So nanti after 2 years macam gig tak payah dah tak ada feel yang kan. So sekarang Chong, you on the studio, saya I can help you Chong.
Okay, sekarang I pun boleh announce sikit benda-benda ni news, I mean sharing. I akan sebab Abu Dhabi, I akan pergi ke KL untuk aktif untuk nak promo Abu Dhabi saya kan. Dalam jangka beberapa bulan ni Iggy akan take over dan feel free to work with Iggy and I pun harap ada fresh idea lah kan, so, new vibe, new energy. So I hope kan hardcore pun akan datang balik juga sebab bagi saya sangat menghargai genre hardcore ni sebab dia remind us music art ni dia ada purpose with a spirit, with an attitude, with a message kan. Dia bukan music ni kalau dia jadi hiburan sahaja, dia tak ada fikiran, tak ada attitude, tak ada makna tu, kira it's just an entertainment thing, it's not a new art piece kan. So I really appreciate hardcore music kan. So selain daripada tu tadi kita dah tahu planning akan datang ni, akan kembali kan scene hardcore ni.
Even Belah Utara pun dah aktif lah. Chong, you ingat you tahu Tolak Kok kan? Tolak Kok pun baru release kaset. Last month.
Wow. Masa 2 tahun ni dia masih jamming tu.
Tak tahu lah kan. Tapi
Tapi hardcore band is aktif Chong masa tu. Depa tak main show. Tapi macam duduk rumah still buat lagu apa semua kan.
So what about Sasau? What's the planning?
We are actually we got new songs for recording dah. Yeah, actually we just tunggu nak masuk studio je. But our drummer Rashid baru dapat anak.
Okay.
So he has to put his focus on there first lah.
for a while.
Yeah.
So okay, then you kena tahan dulu lah kan.
No, it was all of us punya decision
Okay,
lah.
what about kaki 1000?
Kaki 1000, no, I don't think that's happening.
I understand. I think
Yeah.
Nikki is busy
Yeah,
as well.
Nikki is busy. He's very busy.
That's why you need to start a new project lah kan.
Adulting
So another thing, okay, since we talk about kan band-band ni kan, tak ada band baru ni, apa cadangan, ada apa kita boleh buat lah untuk kan, tambahkan budak baru, nak inspire budak band baru-baru kan, tak ada kan.
Cheong buat show lah.
Kan, kan.
Show.
Buat show sampai budak main tengok sampai dia rasa lah tu, motivate baru dia form band kan.
Yeah.
Betul, live show is actually
Live show memang produktif lah.
kan, that's the best thing to do lah. Scene memang akan bergantung dekat show
Yeah.
juga ah. The best thing is about
Aku rasa
live
pun
kan.
lepas ni that is another that's where everything's going to kan sekarang. You got to do live shows lah kan, or online shows.
But I think for this particular genre, online shows just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It
not
just
the same,
doesn't work.
John.
Sebab I think especially for viewers who are new to hardcore music, you have to understand hardcore music has to experience live.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, the recording is best for us to remember and to re-enjoy whatever you have experienced during the live show. I think the best thing about extreme music is actually experiencing it live, watching the band performing in front of you. So that's why this genre, I think, if doing live online, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
It just doesn't make sense.
Hmm.
I think so. So I think we have to find a way to live through this COVID. I think we have already vaccinated and we have enough natural, what you call that, exposure to the virus, I think. Sebab kita dah tahu sekarang ni mana ada jarak lah apalah kan. Memang kita dah tahu kita dah akan expose dekat tak tahulah mana-mana kan. Memang hari tu kita dapat expose virus tu. So, I believe kalau kita ada vaksin ke apa kan, kita akan dapat immune and all that. I don't think we should worry about doing a live show. Say, what's the difference of making a live show and without making a live show, and our daily life we already carry on like normal kan.
Ya, normal Chong.
Yeah.
Apa beza show dengan hari keluarga Malaysia?
And yeah kan. So I do think the authorities and especially the government, they have to be more sensitive and respond quicker to the society. That's what's actually happened, and then certain policies that actually you can loosen it up. For now, I think you should lah kan. So as for musician, kalau kita tak boleh buat gig ni memang sangat-sangat teruk lah. So I wish to send this message to the public, of course.
Ya Chong, I share dengan you lah. Last week gig dekat Ipoh lah. You tahu organizer buat apa? Dia jual self-test kit lah dekat luar.
kan.
Dia jual self-test kit. Okay, you nak you test dulu.
Okay bah.
Positif masuk. Negatif masuk. Positif pula silap.
Betul kan? I think that will work and at least.
Ya, dia work.
Yeah. Okay, dekat tiket gig tu okay lah, tambah lagi berapa ringgit tu test kit tu kan. So mungkin lah kita kena sediakan mana-mana tempat untuk dia orang kan. Yang tu pun masalah juga, tapi yeah, that's a solution. I think we can practice that. Kalau dapat bantuan sikit-sikit ke, dapat mana-mana sponsor sikit ke, test kit ke kan.
Aku rasa tak boleh duduk aja.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Kita Soundmaker Chong, kita rugi lah. Penang bukan cakap one of the hub jugalah yang memang orang nak mai tengok show.
Sebab kan tempat ni dia
Soundmaker Chong, berapa lama Soundmaker kan?
Dan tempat ni aku rasa the purpose of the whole space dia kita bina ni memang untuk gig tu. The first purpose of that whole setup memang untuk gig lah kan. So sekarang memang kalau duduk-duduk tu main show slow tu okay, duduk-duduk kan.
And then every week pun rugi kan tak pakai space.
Tu lah kan, as a venue kan kita kena aktif lah. Kalau tak aktif zero income, itu funding cendana pun bukan boleh tangguh banyak lagi, boleh tahan lama kan. So we hope to get more, but of course kita pun really appreciate cendana actually help a lot of venues survive. We have to thank cendana. Without cendana actually Soundmaker tak boleh survive. I'm glad lah sebab masa dulu era time dulu kan, time UMNO kuat punya time dulu, jangan harap underground music kita macam kita ni, indie music ni memang tak di-recognize oleh kerajaan lah. But I'm glad the government now is like at least okay on the art sector, on cendana sector, they stay genuine, they don't kacau the artists, okay, they support us. I really thank them for this freedom. So yeah. For artis-artis band-band ni kan, band hardcore ke band punk ke, ingat kalau kamu pernah release apa-apa materials sebelum 2-3 tahun cukup lama tu, apply juga cendana. Band-band lokal ni kita apply, macam Tolakok, band-band kita ni kan, band Fumi, dia orang semua, dia orang aktif gila tau. Dia orang buat music sejak berapa tahun dulu, more than 10 years man. Dia orang layak dapat funding more than many other people kan. So mungkin dia orang tak ada knowledge ni, tak ada orang bantu dia orang buat paperwork kan. Dia orang belum dapat kan, tak dapat bantuan cendana ni. So I want to take the opportunity to tell the underground bands I think it's cool you all can try apply and tapi kalau hamnya band ni politik sangat tu, then you take care lah, good luck lah kan. So but you can still try so I want to share this message to all the underground bands kan. But yeah off topic pula kan, but yeah but yeah any more. Okay, local band tadi kita so share berapa lagu kan. International band like what do you think is your all-time international favorite of hardcore music genre? Your all-time favorite. Maybe you can share with
hardcore everyone. I think Minor Threat lah.
For you all are very familiar with Minor Threat. Aku bukan a strong hardcore follower. I know Minor Threat punya nama, tapi I pun tak berapa tahu the music. I think it's good to share, especially for those who are here trying to understand what hardcore is. Maybe come on, play one of Minor Threat song. Maybe I hope we can share live here. Offline one may hilang but don't care, live we do it anyway. But what the fuck? This is I thought
Mana tu lagu apa?
Kalau favorite aku No Reason ataupun Filler lah.
Okay, why that favorite?
When first I heard that song, that first few songs, that it terus macam
what message that hit you? Is the lyrics? I'm sure some of the lyric hits you.
It was the song. Kebanyakan lagu Minor Threat kan, they will talk about things where at that time I was going through
I see.
I don't like the normal society. I fucking hate other kids. I don't like my parents coming at me.
I see. That kind of rebel age.
Yeah, man. That you're at that age. So when I listened to Minor Threat, I was like, let's
Hit.
go.
Man.
It was like, okay, me and my skateboard and Minor Threat all the way, man.
All right. Let's share the song, man. Let's share the song.
Okay, play Filler.
Nice. Yes, nice.
What happened to you? You're not the same. There's something in your head. Better volunteer. Let's turn your head. Now back. Still one religion. You're bullshit. Now back. Never want that.
Where's my headphone? Check. All right, we're back online. All right, let me see what's the comment like. Screamo, nice audio chatting. All right, audio is clear, very good, very good. Okay, after sharing a international act, what about local hardcore? Wait, one moment, guys, very noisy, guys.
They gonna add.
Huh? Okay. So right. Okay, Komal.
Yeah.
What about local hardcore? What's your all-time local hardcore favorite? Like band, which band and what song? Recommend.
Oh, recommend.
Local favorite.
Wow, local lah. Honestly, yeah.
KL ga, band KL ga, band Johor ga.
Local banyak kot.
Mana satu yang you rasa should introduce
Tapi from
maybe yang non of the hardcore scene ni orang, macam katakan ada kawan-kawan baru kan, he's like curious about local hardcore band kan. With Scam.
Yeah, with Scam, of course lah.
Yes.
Scam, my boy, right?
Yeah, well, let's talk about with Scam, okay? With Scam. Again, just now I actually mentioned with Scam, okay? Macam, let's talk about one of your songs that I really remember. Mat Rempit Hijack. Yes, they have a song, nama lagu dia Mat Rempit Hijack. Okay, it's one of their the last album, the latest album already. One of the song in there. The song name is called Mat Rempit Hijack. And what about the lyrics and what about that song? What is the
actually Mat Rempit Hijack kan. It's,
how the idea came into
at that time the other guitarist Marco he had a small motorbike, Yamaha RC.
I see.
And that time I also was driving my motorbike. You remember we pun got jalan-jalan Round Island with motorbike. So we were sharing that experience Then his motorbike sounded like my Yamaha YB100, you know.
I see.
The tajam punya sound like bunyi nyamuk, you know. So he told me hey, why not we just write a song. And that time kan Penang macam anak hantu, all that, you know. The Mat Rempit tinggi say, hey, those guys are doing annoyed, but those guys are doing what they like kan, same like us kan.
I see.
It's the same thing kan.
I see. No.
So we just wrote a song about riding motorcycle, you know.
So it's like you're hijacking their vibe.
It was like a comical kind of idea.
Like hijacking their vibe, and like we take their vibe
around island.
The small bike only don't care. The bunyi nyamuk so nice.
So, like that
basically enjoy that freedom. Enjoying that freedom.
Like us when we ride.
Yeah.
I pernah ride with you. We were just enjoying the view.
Yeah.
Right, talking cock.
So basically, that's what about the song, the Mat Rempit Hijack. Yeah. I see. you wanna share like maybe part of the song?
I don't remember ni Cheong.
No, I mean play part of it.
Ada, Komal.
Okay tapi for me Scam lagu yang I rasa bukan semua yang masuk dalam jiwa kawan tetap kawan.
Of course, sing along that one. Yes. That one, sing along. That's the song that actually introduced me to the hardcore scene and kawan-kawan. Yes. Actually, we can actually share that song to the audience.
Yeah, I think.
You have it. Ada pun. You tak publish ke Spotify kan?
No. I think only Bandcamp kot.
Oh, Bandcamp.
Because we are kind of a lazy band.
Ada. Dekat Bandcamp dah.
Ada.
Cun. Let's.
Oh, ada.
Bandcamp ni. Ada Bandcamp.
Kan?
Okay.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Kita
Yeah.
ada
Yeah.
lagu ni bukan West Camp anthem lah, tapi macam kalau kata Penang punya anthem punya show lah. Kan?
Habis sekarang tu. Memang aku berkali-kali sing along dalam ni.
Yeah, we recorded that song with you.
Yes.
Okay, play
Check it out.
kawan.
Kawan tetap kawan. It makes me miss gig, man. Boleh baca? Oh, ada message yang apa lu? Ke mana? Okay, back online. Thanks for sharing, kawan tetap kawan. Yeah, thanks for sharing. Lagu tadi tu lah, kawan tetap kawan. Lagu tu lah yang I first time tahun 2000 apa Epic Cafe, ingat tak?
Yeah, at the back gambar. Okay.
Tahun apa tu? Aku pun ingat. 2005 ke 2004 tu.
Around there, Chong. Yeah. Correct.
Ya, lagu tu gig tu kita orang dapat satu venue dekat kira macam tu Chinese Abeng punya Fengtau KTV Park macam tu kan. So dia orang petang kan tak pakai tu tak nak buat bisnes lebih sikit kan. So kita orang macam mana kan aku dengan Min ke apa kan. Min tanya-tanya kan. Oh dia kata boleh buat gig. So kita cubalah kan. Okay, cuba buat gig. Okay, that's how I volunteer to be the ticket guy kan. Was like, oh, hardcore kan. Aku nak buat gig kan. Nak buat curious gila lah aku. So masa kawan tak kawan lah. That's how I was like, whoa, I know that's hardcore music. So that's actually one of my personal important local hardcore song for me that opened up my exposure a lot. So yeah. Komen tu, ada kawan kita orang tanya ni, how Rastor started?
Okay, Rastor start 2016 kita dah start cari kedai tau. Time tu Syed dia dah ada distro. Dia ada distro, lepas tu I pun dah buat show kan. So first kita nak buat tempat yang jual physical stuff dengan tempat buat show lah.
So the motive is actually nak buat show
Ya.
nak buat record store,
And then lepak.
nak buat hub lah, nak satu tempat
Nak lepak.
untuk
Macam dah macam hari-hari kami duduk satu rumah lah dulu. I, Sheikh, Min and Yaya. And then macam, aduh nak lepak mana hari ni? Nak lepak mana hari ni? And then apa kata kita buat satu tempat lepak.
Untuk budak-budak yang like minded lah, yang siapa-siapa yang suka muzik-muzik ni, yang boleh layan lagu doom ke apa ke, benda-benda underground ni.
Kadang-kadang orang luar pun main Penang nak lepak mana.
Kan.
Ya, so ada ruas okey, semua lepak ruas.
Nak cari satu tempat nak boleh beli apa-apa rekod ke, kat KL ada tanda. Kan kat utara tak ada. Kan. So
kat utara dulu ada Zul lah kan. After Zul tutup macam macam nak lepak mana ni.
So kira kebetulan hang dengan Sheikh pun ada idea nak cari tempat. So di mana sekarang ruas tu masih semua okey, rekod banyak rekod kat sana kan?
Okey lah, untuk nak cari band-band lokal yang new release confirm ada kami lah.
Okay, let me go through. Hope that's answered. Best band from Jerantut. Ada tak Jerantut?
Nah, tadi lah best list tu.
Ya, tu lah. Nice. Cool. Good. Okay, I think tak ada apa-apa soalan lah pun. And Brian is online with us. Brian.
Hi Brian.
Hey. So I think more or less like that lah. We have already shared some local stuff, international stuff. Ada lagi lah zin lama-lama dekat Rusto yang
ada lagi zin baru. Sekarang masih ada zin.
Ada zin baru lagi kan?
Masih ada.
Lokal pun ada?
Ada.
Mungkin kat Rusto ada lah, boleh beli lah, physical copy semua ada lah kan. For your information guys, if you are curious about hardcore scene kan, nak baca tentang dia orang punya info, activity, the community, you can also look for Rusto. You can actually have all that information there. Feel free to contact us if you have a band or you want to know more about all this subculture stuff. We are more than willing to share all this information to you. We are all trying to make art and use art and make art a better to make it better lah kan. So feel free to contribute and let's make more art together. Hope you all have plus and minus, learn a bit of too, and able to share our knowledge about hardcore. Thanks guys. I hope it's been 1 hour, man. It's like cool. Very fast. I hope you guys can enjoy this show. Thank you very much. I'll end it here then. Goodbye. Thank you, Kamal. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone who stay until now. Thanks, everyone.
After this kan, dia boleh panggil ramai lagi tau. Ramai lagi yang report kat bawah tu dia boleh main.
Ni first. Aku nak kan sub genre. Banyak lagi
kita.
Punk, metalcore, banyak genre lagi. So I pun harap edisi ni at least you enjoy lah kan. We can develop this idea lagi kan.
Next 3 weeks lah you boleh panggil buat post rock lah kita. Panggil budak Komo main. Buat live show sekali dengan sembang-sembang
kan. That's actually part of the plan lah. Banyak guest lagi. Interesting lah. I think we develop that lah. But first of all, thanks for you guys to make this happen lah kan. So it's a nice chat. I try my best lah kan. So thank you guys. Ciao. See you all again. And
Jun.